to all the participants of the distinguished lecture number 44, and specifically to Professor Ashok Kumar Gupta, who has kindly agreed to give this, distinguished lecture. Now, so far as Professor Ashok Kumar Gupta is concerned, he has been my former colleague, and in fact, he has done a lot of work actually for IIT Kharagpur itself. For example, in a record time, he could actually see that we get about 4 million gallons per day of water from a distance of something like 15 kilometers from our campus.
Yes.
And at a cost of something like 32 crores. And he could do it. That itself shows actually his capability. Plus, actually, he has been head of our Water Resource Research Center, which was actually established by one of our alumni. Not that he contributed anything in the form of money, but definitely he actually helped us. He is no other person than actually Professor Asit Biswas. Professor Asit Biswas is actually basically from Balasore, but he has got Stockholm Water Prize, and now he is really heading the water resource research in exactly name actually I'm forgetting, but it is in South America. This is the global research center of
Third Water Academy.
Pardon?
Third Water Academy.
Okay, Third World Water. So now, so far as actually Professor Gupta is concerned, Professor Gupta is a professor in the Environmental Engineering Division in the Department of Civil Engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He has been appointed as Uday Agnihotri Chair Professor and was former head of the School of Water Resources, which I was just referring. Dr. Gupta was awarded a Fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering in 2018 and Fellow of National Academy of Sciences in 2020. Dr. Gupta has also been awarded Fellow of West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology in the year 2021. Moreover, his contribution to the scientific and research community remains. His research highlights are listed in the published books, patents, and 167 publications in highly impactful international journals, and has been appreciated and referred globally by academia and the industrial by academia and the industries, as reflected in the substantial citation that he has got. Google Scholar citation is 13,500 and H index of 58. He has also published a comprehensive book on fluoride in drinking water, which is widely recognized by the research community and many organizations involved in the drinking water sector. Dr. Gupta has also published a book on wastewater engineering issues, trends, and solutions, published by CRC Press in 2023. So Dr. Gupta is a mentor to a vast research group comprising several doctoral and master students. Apart from his regular courses, the unique thing about him is Dr. Gupta has also conducted 30 workshops and short-term programs as a capacity building program for this several government organizations in many states of India, which have a significant societal impact. He has executed more than 60 completed and ongoing field-based projects. This is actually his specialty, all field-based projects of national and international importance for various industries and government organizations. The technological advancement and innovations associated with many of these field-based projects have been implemented in many areas across the country. His recommendation on a common effluent treatment plant in our next door, that is in Sukinda Valley, provided an effective method to remove chromium from mine drainage and surface runoff. Furthermore, his scientific aptitude and innovative approach have guided the implementation and policy making of many government organizations and industries, highlighting the scientific and social impact of his work. So he is a man, not just actually a teacher or a student guiding students publishing paper, but he's doing actually absolutely great works on the ground. Now, a short abstract of his talk today is, with the advent of human civilization, water and wastewater management have been integral aspect of human life, as evident from the development of the Indus Valley civilization. While certain challenges remain unchanged, much as the need for the clean water, the advancement in technology and population growth have introduced new complexities that must be addressed scientifically and sustainably. In this regard, the presentation addresses the state of water and wastewater management in India. It emphasizes the amount of wastewater generated, existing treatment technologies, and policy aspects. It also highlights the natural and sustainable methods for treating wastewater, along with effective fecal stage management techniques and resource recovery practice. Additionally, the discussion covers current water demand, the installed capacity of water treatment plants, and innovative space-saving technology. Furthermore, various government initiatives for water supply in both rural and urban areas are presented. By focusing on these aspects, the presentation aims to provide insights into the challenges and solutions for managing water resource effectively across the country. With these few words about him and the abstract that I have just read, so I really now welcome Professor Gupta to make his presentation. Professor
Thank
Gupta,
you.
please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to all of you. It's my pleasure to give the talk in front of all my gurus and the juniors. I have worked with Professor Acharya for up to till he was here. So we have done a lot of work, and because of the guidance of Professor Acharya, we have done a lot of work for IIT campus as well as outside of the campus. So I'm really thankful, sir, for inviting. So today mainly we discuss what are the issues and challenges we have in the wastewater sector. This is really, one of the major sector right now in the country, which is required not only the traditional way of water and wastewater, but we require technology intervention to solve these challenges in the coming years. So, as you are aware, that we have around 150 crore population. So, imagine the kind of infrastructure required. You know, you can see the example of the Singapore, which is just 55, 60 lakh population. And even the Prime Minister is bothered how to sort it out this water problem. So imagine the requirement, coverage, and the need of our water sector. So as you are aware, like 65% of the population is still in the rural areas, and we have around 35% in the urban sector. And this maximum pressure is coming in the water sector. So in the last few years, there's a tremendous improvement in the water sector. There's no doubt about it. The present government have major focus was how to provide the safe and potable water to each and everyone. And the sanitation, har ghar nal jal, and the toilet in each and every house. Lot of work has been done in this sector. Now you can see because of increase in population, so there is a pressure how to handle, how to provide the safe and sustainable water to everyone, as well as whatever the discharge is coming after utility, that also have to be handled carefully. It is not easy. I will discuss several case study and my past experience working in this sector. And more important that whatever the resources we can recover, that is one of the major long-term importance in terms of the water security. As you can see from this picture, right? Normally we'll see water cycle, hydrological cycle. So this I have tried to make it like in compact form how the water cycle. So start from the water we start from the sources like dam and reservoir. From it is the water is coming to water treatment plant. From water treatment plant is supplied to different reservoirs and different resident business and industry. The major, once the utility is over, then this wastewater will be generated and it will go to the wastewater treatment plant. Is this okay? Voice is okay? No problem.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. So this wastewater, which is reaching to the wastewater treatment plant, nowadays, actually, this is not called as wastewater. This is actually the byproduct which we have to handle carefully. So nowadays, there is a there is a provision that complete treatment of wastewater can be done, and also along with the sewage also be handled carefully. And this treated water, most of the places, it is used for various purposes. Even many countries they are still now using for drinking purpose also. And Singapore is the best example, which is using wastewater for drinking purpose also. So this is like it has been already proved that yes, water can be treated effectively, which can be used for drinking purposes. Now these are the examples from groundwater sources, how it is coming, how the wastewater is generating from the community, and after the treatment, it is going to the consumer. Now you can see what are the major issues. I will highlight later on also. What are the major issues? Major issues is the you can see we have a whatever the rain falls, that is the only source of water which we are getting different or other form, because groundwater is a is kind of every year it is not possible like immediately can discharge and get the output. So total out of this total water, we are having only less than 2%, 3%, which is can be used, and maximum in the form of glacier and ice caps. So imagine that limited water is available in the form of the river and the reservoir which we can use effectively. So I'll come to that. What are the various important? Now you can see per capita in India, 1951 per capita we are having used water, right? This much of around 6,000, 5,000 meter cube uh, per year. Now you can see gradually the availability is decreasing per capita. Now almost in 2025, so even per capita is availability is even 1341 meter cube per year. So gradually our per capita availability is decreasing. Now, so what are the importance? When we are talking about the water, we require the raw water sources. Okay? So sources should be reliable, it should be accessible, it should be sustainable, it should not have over exploitation. Most important is the cost of the treatment and environmental issues. So as we know, all of us, like there are two major sources, either we take surface water source and groundwater source. Groundwater, most of the places we have contaminated groundwater, like we have already the geogenic pollutants which are affecting the quality of the groundwater. Surface water in the form of the lakes, ponds, and reservoirs. Now you can see surface water. It is like every year our surface water availability is gradually decreasing like groundwater. You can see because of lot of sedimentation, contamination, and lot of issues are there. I will come to later on. So this is what way you can see that groundwater and surface water is affecting. Now you can see in India surface and groundwater. Actually, government of India have already made that large number of monitoring stations. They are regularly monitoring the groundwater, particularly the quality part of it, as well as few places they are monitoring the level, which is gradually decreasing by 20 centimeter per year, which is really alarming. Many places groundwater table has gone down very deep, where difficult to extract furthermore the groundwater. Many places in the country. Similarly, this is state-wise. They have done the monitoring station, and the parameters which they are calculating mainly few parameters quality-wise. These are not sufficient. We require more than 30 parameters to be monitored if we are using for drinking purpose. These are the state-wise groundwater monitoring station in different parts, parameters. Earlier was surface water, same parameter they are using for groundwater. Now you can see, I am coming to that. Many of you, I'm not going to that in detailed technical, but this is to like everybody will understand. This is not easy. As Professor Acharya has mentioned, first time in any IIT, only in IIT Kharagpur we have a full-fledged water treatment plant. No other IITs having the water treatment plant. This is credit goes to our ex-director Professor Acharya. Because of his initiative, we are able to set up this water treatment plant. And not only that, we are going to start another water treatment plant because of additional water requirement. So what happens is traditionally, so actually what we are doing in the water treatment plant, if you ask me, major treatment which we are doing in conventional water treatment plant is the removal of the particles, particularly the suspended particle we are removing from the water, and some of the dissolved gases we are removing in the water. Because either we take surface water or we take groundwater. But if the river is polluted, so traditionally we are not able to remove the heavy metals and other contaminants in our conventional wastewater treatment. So some of the units you can see from here, we are having a reservoir. In reservoir also, we have to take the intake structure. It is not easy to take the water from the river because river water is also fluctuating. So we have to be construct the intake structure suitably so that we should get the water throughout the year. Because particularly the rainy season is the water level in the river is also going down. So we have to make sure that water is available throughout the year. So sometimes in the river water, like particularly in West Bengal, we are taking the Ganga water many places. So Ganga water during monsoon is having very high turbidity. So what we'll do, the best part of it is always we should have pre-sedimentation. In the pre-sedimentation, is not much cost is needed and more sustainable. Why I'm using the word sustainable? Because without any chemical, we are simply holding the water for 5 to 10 days in a big ponds. So these ponds, when we store for 10 days, majority of the particles will settle down because we are creating very calm condition so that particle without adding any chemical, we are settling down. So this we call as a pre-sedimentation. And whatever the leftover, if any particle is left, then only we can take to the treatment plant. So treatment plant, because these fine particles cannot be removed in the pre-sedimentation, that's why we are using the treatment plant. If some places like hilly areas, maybe the pre-sedimentation itself is absolutely fine. We need not require to add any chemical later on. We can use after pre-sedimentation, directly we can go for filtration and then we can supply the water. But what is happening in the treatment plant, we require, because of the, we are using the chemical, that's why various units are required. Aviation is fine. It's like, we are just, discharging the water from the top so that, oxygen will be added. Like in the blood, we have a oxygen. Similarly, water also required to be oxygenated. So in the river, we have around 9.2 milligram per liter of the oxygen. But while transporting, the oxygen is slightly getting reduced. When it is coming to our tap water, it is around 6 milligram per liter. So in the treatment plant, we try to increase the oxygen level by simply using the cascade approach. So this is taking the oxygen from the atmosphere and getting all the dissolved gases to be removed to aviation. And then it takes you in because of the particles are very fine. So we are adding the chemical. That chemical is called coagulants. Coagulants, everybody knows Fitcari. So that is the common coagulants we use. That is we call as alum. So alum is nothing but aluminum sulfate, Al2SO4 plus. So this aluminum sulfate we are adding in the plant so that whatever the fine impurities, suspended impurities which cannot be removed in the pre-sedimentation, we try to remove in the because of adding scale. So you can see next unit I have written flocculation, sedimentation. So here after rapid mixing, then we are going for slow mixing. Then we are trying to retain water for some time. So whatever the chemical we have added in the water, because chemical is added for treatment, not to supply to consumer. So what happened that chemical, what we have added ammonium sulfate, we are trying to remove this ammonium also along with the impurities. So this ammonium sulfate will remove as an ammonium hydroxide. So for that purpose, we require another sedimentation tank. That's why this carbon combined form is called chloric calculator. So this will be removed. After this, water will change to filtration. So filtration also many times, sometimes we are using slow sand filter, sometimes rapid depth filter, sometimes pressure filter. So depending upon the quality of water required, we can use that. A slow sand filter is very effective, but very large area is required. So normally we are using the rapid depth filter for domestic purpose. After that, we have to remove all the bacteria present in the water because this water is coming from long distance, right? So while during transporting, maybe industry discharge, domestic discharge, so there is a large number of variety of bacteria present in the water. So we have to go for disinfection. So normally we use the chlorine as a disinfection, but nowadays, chlorine is also not good. If you are putting heavy dose of the chlorine, it is not good for the. So what we'll do, we if we use the like treatment or ozone treatment, that is very effective also and having less side effect. Okay, but problem is this movie and the ozone cannot take care of the future contamination because water has to be again transported to the consumer point. So that time, so the what we do after this, we can use the chlorine. So chlorine is the only disinfectant which can take care of the future contamination. So after disinfection, we can supply to the reservoir and from reservoir go to different consumer. So this is what we use it, right? So this is from this reservoir we'll go to consumer and all of you are aware. This is also, as you must have heard, the water losses during transportation. So sometimes the water losses is huge. So if X amount of the water we are supplying to consumer, but reaching 50% of it. So this is another sector where the treated water is getting lost in the distribution. So we have to really think about it. How? Because water is not easy. As I have said, if we plan for this 30 years, many of us will solve. You can create the infrastructure, but creating the water resources is not easy. Many places, I was involved in many cities. I have done large number of plants for different cities. We know the difficulty how the water is coming to the consumer. It is because many of us we are not aware. Everyone is thinking that water is is plenty. All the below the ground water is there, but that is not the case. Nowadays, many cities we are feeling we can create the infrastructure, we can create the pipeline, but providing the water, it is not easy. If the water is contaminated, we are using more chemical, that is also not sustainable. Okay. So this is similarly that I have shown for surface based scheme. Similarly, if you are taking groundwater, in that case, some of the units can be avoided. If groundwater is normally there's no turbidity, so that you need to use the chemical directly, filtration can be used, and then we can supply. It is not always good to use chemical for water treatment. Okay. Now, what is the purpose? Somebody will ask, like, why we are treating? So, making water safe, aesthetically pleasing, potable, and it should be free from disease-producing bacteria. That is the purpose of. So, so many times we are saying everybody in the household also nowadays they keep for aquaguard or RO. We have confidence in the public water supply. But sometimes this is the we should have confidence. So nowadays, government is also planning that everyone should get like what is the quality of water is coming. Now there's a lot of development. We can use sensor based, uh, monitoring so that we have confidence the water which is coming in the tap is also clean and it can be directly consumed. Other countries they have already started. So just for brief, these are the various units which we have discussed already in the, in the plan, but not necessarily these units should be implemented. Just to have uh, people just to so this is like small animation. What are the major units in the water treatment plant? You can see first we are raising the water level so that oxygen to be added. Then we are adding the chemical, and then after adding the chemical, along with the sludge, we try to remove whatever the chemical we have added. And, and through filter, we are cleaning it, and then we have to store the water in the reservoir so that we can store the water for 1 or 2 days because sometimes uh, there is a possibility of failure in the pumps and other systems so that water, if it is reserved in the reservoir, it can be supplied effectively to the consumer without any disturbance. Now you can see water treatment. Last few years, earlier it was not there. Last few years, there's a drastic, because of the demand of the people. Now in the Jal Jeevan Mission, which the government of India started, this is a flagship program where the purpose was each and every household provide safe and drinking water by 2024. And many states have already achieved by laying the pipeline. Some of the states is still uh, struggling, and hopefully by another 3 months they should able to connect this one. Even I was associated many this Andaman Nicobar Island. I did the water audit for many schemes are Andaman Nicobar Island. Imagine for a small population of 3-4 lakhs total Andaman population, maximum maybe total 6 lakh. 3 lakh is a 4 player population. And imagine the difficulty all around the water is there. But there's no water is available for drinking purpose. So imagine how much money they are spending to provide safe drinking water to each and every consumer. So now they have achieved the 100% target of the consumer, and many places by simply constructing the check dams, they are supplying the water. So imagine the streams are coming and they are stopping the water for some time, and that water they are supplying by using the slow sand filter. Similarly, many states, I'll give the example of the Odisha. Odisha is even for few people in the border area, in the top of the mines and hilly areas, there also they are providing the water, treated water. So it is not like that. Earlier purpose was just to provide the water. Now government has already planned, yes, we have to treat the water, and treated water has to provide it. Now you can see the number of plants, and imagine the government importance given to this sector. Because this is directly related with the health of the people. If water is not good, then our society cannot be healthy. So first focus how to provide safe and hygienic water to everyone. Now you can see these are now another important. Many of you may not be aware that while treating the water, huge amount of the sludge is generated. This is not easy. Whatever the suspended solids are coming, so suspended solid, and then we are adding chemicals also. What are the chemicals we are adding? We are adding lime, and then we are adding L, and then we are adding uh, chlorine. So these are the three chemicals we are adding in the water. So imagine these three chemicals has to be removed before supply to the consumer. When we are removing, the sludge is generated. So sludge has to be also removed from the and safe disposal of this. So there are this is the system how to make it remove the water from the sludge, and ultimately that sludge which is generating should also be disposed of safely. Nowadays, big manufacturing people they are taking out this sludge. So this is what we handle this sludge. Now you can imagine large amount when we are using filter. Still, while backwashing, huge amount of the water is generated. So this water again they have to be recycled because everything is biggest costly thing is the water. So we should not waste even 1 liter of water outside before recovery of that. So even from the sludge also we can recover the water, and only solid can go outside. So as I have said, the sludge part is also important. So this is this is we call as a alum sludge. Alum is there. So this sludge can be used for multi-purpose. We can go for for various making the bricks, and nowadays aluminum sludge which is can be used for ceramic bodies, different shaping techniques. So large number of application of the sludge is also there. Okay, this can be used for various dyes and other pollutants from the wastewater. So this whatever the byproduct which is coming out from the treatment plant can also be used there. So these are large number of application of the alum sludge. Now, as I was talking recently, I have done one project of 69 MLD. So imagine 69 MLD. of the water treatment plant. It is not small. It is very big. 69 MLD. Imagine 69 billion liter of water per day. So problem was that space is not there. Imagine land is also a problem. So because of the water which they are taking is from Ganga, so water was not a problem. But what happened? Constructing 69 MLD, so they said like land is not active. So now we have to be thinking about it in the next space how this can be managed. So now in this project we have recommended the inclined place settler. This is to be used. So you can see that So in the treatment plant, and multi-story. This is first time multi-story water treatment plant was used. Below the filter plant there is a reservoir. So reservoir constructed below the filter plant. You can see that earlier I have shown you that we required sedimentation tank. Here there is no sedimentation tank. They use the inclined plate all around the flocculator so that space of the sedimentation tank can be advised. And the reservoir below that. So lot of advancement. You can see that. So how these different units and they are using the technology to use the inclined plate settler and tube settler where they can provide the clear water and the area required can be less. So this is, I think, first plant in the West Bengal to have used the inclined plate settler. And already even the wastewater plant also, they are constructing multi-story because of shortage of space. So this is the one of the another view of the clay calculator. So this is top view. So this was very interesting project where reservoir was constructed below the filter. Normally everything earlier we construct separately. So and this is most of the units are already been constructed. So very soon it will start in operation. So this is space saving. Now you can see this is recently in the Nagpur. Now overhead reservoir also they have constructed multi-story. Two-story reservoir. So normally what happens, the reservoir staging height is around 20 meter. 15 to 20 meter is the staging height. So what happens, always consumer are complaining when they are not getting sufficient pressure in our houses. Normally government is recommending like 7 meter, 12 meter and 21 meter pressure. Right, this much of pressure. But what is happening, 21 meter is difficult because we are constructing reservoir with the 20 meter height. Yes. Sometimes we get because of the topography, our if houses is lower than the finished ground level of the reservoir, then we can get little higher pressure also. I was also associated first 24 into 7. I do not know. Many of you may be aware the 24 into 7 water supply project. So for India, first 24 into 7 water supply project was initiated in the Mysore water supply. So 24 into 7, like 24-hour water is available. So in the Mysore, this project was initiated, and there was like topography such that many people they are getting higher pressure because their level is much lower. So in this one, what is the target? Nearby houses they can use the first time, and the people which are like far away they can use that. So at least people which are away from the house, like they also get the required pressure. As many of you are aware that around 5 meter is the loss of air per kilometer. So while traveling, 1 kilometer, 5 meter pressure loss is there. So if the water consumption is more before that, so there will be also because it is directly related with the Q also. Q is the discharge. If discharge is more, pressure will be less. So these are Nagpur. Recently, this was constructed. So I thought that I will know how the space is taking important role for water supply distribution. So these are mainly used for how to enhance the capacity and pressure management, and this is cost effective also. Footprint is less because same area we are using going high rise, right? So this is one of the new initiative which was done. Now, recently I have done in Odisha. Actually, this is the sale Steel Authority of India Limited. So here, what happened? Uh, they have a lot of limitation. Limitation is they cannot use the very high reservoir for supplying the water. And sometimes the land is not available, plain land is not available. So we have thought that how the topography can be used effectively for construction of the plant. So what we did, we had used the natural topography for reducing the cost of the construction because we have almost all the units we have constructed in the ground level without any overhead structure. So even the first unit which was cascade reactor, we have used the so almost in the finished ground, natural ground level unit we have constructed. This is partial flume, this is our flash mixture, this is flash mixture, and then this is our calculator. So imagine sometime natural topography also can be used for water supply plants. Now, I'm just coming to highlight some of the government initiative because this sector, lot of work has been done. And our Honorable Prime Minister has major focus on the water sector. He has said each drop of the rainwater should be captured. So that's why they have started Catch the Rain initiative. Catch the Rain initiative is also like each and every drop of water during rainy season. We should conserve, we should store, and we should reuse as much as possible because many places in the country we have a sufficient rain and but it is our fault that we are not collecting that rainwater, which is really much uh, cleaner compared to other water resources. So, Government of India, one initiative was Jal Jeevan Mission, as all of you are aware. The purpose was to provide safe and sufficient drinking water all rural household by 2024. So all the household should get individual tap connection. Earlier this was not there. We provide the community tap. So this was one of the initiative, and IIT Kharagpur also have contributed a lot in the Jal Jeevan Mission water initiative where we have given our economical design and efficient design. We were associated with the various water audit design and implementation of the Jal Jeevan project. Similarly, Jal Shakti Abhiyan, where the purpose was like in annual campaign about the water to 256 water state district of country. So they are targeting how these water state district to handle so that they should also get the water. Another one, development in technology. Because technical intervention is needed to solve the challenging problem of particularly flood and drought management. And another initiative of the National Plan for Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystem. So this plan includes the National Lake Conservation Plan. This is very important. Even uh, many of you may be aware in Bhubaneswar only, many ponds were contaminated. And now it was beautifully, the lakes was created and people going over there. So this is one way the research is also happening. So government is also massive plan to go for the lake conservation, ponds development, so that not only the research is happening, but also some places can be used for water supply. As many of you are aware, that take example of the Mumbai city. Mumbai, all over the sea. Only source of water in Mumbai is the rainwater. So, and water is coming from far away, from at least around 150 to 100 kilometers away. Water is coming to Mumbai. That is also from the lakes. One lake is near IIT Powai, we call it the Bihar Lake, that they are storing the water. So imagine if the population is 2 crore, 3 crore, imagine the size of the pipe required, imagine the kind of the treatment plants required. It is, many countries, they have a small population of 50, 60 lakh, 1 crore. They are struggling the water supply. Imagine our Delhi and Mumbai and Calcutta, how they are supplying to the water. So government planning how to revamp that our conservation plan and particularly wetland conservation plan also associated with this. So you can see the example. This was August 2019. Now you can see what was the water coverage. Now you can see the color change in 2024. So many states have already achieved 100% water sector coverage. Right? So this is they have started the Har Ghar Nal Jal scheme where they are providing the safe water to the consumer. Now, what is happening? To make sure water is provided and whatever the wastewater is coming, because these two are the linked. I will discuss later on in the detail how the water and wastewater is associated with each other. Now, so you can imagine because without wastewater, suppose river we are taking as a source of water, and in the upstream we are discharging the wastewater. So what will happen? The same contaminated water is coming into intake structure. So it cannot be seen in isolation. So we have to take care of the wastewater management also along with the water. Otherwise, this cannot be sorted out. Before starting this, I'll just give the example. Like Mumbai, now some of the industries they are purchasing wastewater also. And government of India, they have already initiated National Mission for Clean Ganga. As a part of National Mission for Clean Ganga, they call as NMCG, they have already funded many projects along with the Ganga and its tributary to construct the wastewater treatment plant. And this wastewater treatment plant is like, where the government is spending some money, and this is for next 25 to 30 years, they will sell the treated water to nearby industry, and that treated water will be used in the plant operation. So this is one of the initiative already. Calcutta, several plants have been constructed. IIT Kharagpur was also associated with many such initiatives. So imagine like how much wastewater is generated. Around right now 2020-21, around 72,000 MLD of wastewater generated together, and in the rural areas around 39,000. So large population portion of this being released in the aquatic environment with either no treatment or partial. So now the government focus is first is there should not be any wastewater discharge. Let it be used before discharging. If it is we required water, let it be reused. So that focus was how to reuse this water. And second is public should have confidence while using it. They should be make sure that they are getting the cleaner water. So imagine these are the wastewater treatment plants across the country, but still there is a gap. These are recent report in 2024 only. You can see still many states require massive, you know, sewage treatment scenario. Maharashtra is the maximum having wastewater treatment plant. Uttar Pradesh followed by these are the statistics. So still we have potential to not only uh, we have to treat, but also to reuse this treated water. Now, the major problem with this wastewater, we have large amount of suspended impurities, we have high biodegradable and non-biodegradable organisms, we have nutrients, all this, otherwise people will not use it. So, as all of you are aware, what is the, whatever the water we need. 90% of the water we use for agriculture purpose. 90. So this 90% can we not create the facilities after treatment this wastewater to be used for agriculture purpose? But proper planning, proper we have to be convince the farmers, and many places they have already using. Not only sometimes they do not have water, they are simply using the wastewater also for their agriculture purpose. Because many places they cannot afford their groundwater pumping because here this no pumping is needed. From nearby, whatever the gravity flow, nearby farmers they can use it. And even if it is needed also, but at least water is there. It is high time that this treated wastewater should be used for agriculture purpose so that this 90% can be consumption can be minimized. So these are some of the important parameters which can be very easily can be removed. Earlier it was difficult, now it is not difficult. It can be easily use this, you know, uh, contamination. And recent times, what happened? There's a lot of at the global level is coming emerging countries, and maximum is after after the after the COVID, this impact is more. Okay, so this is like called emerging contaminants. These are very toxic in nature, and nowadays is like you must have seen the example of the discharge from hospital, some of the medicine we use. So this emerging contaminant also to be treated. But first we have to be treat these four parameters so that water can be used. But yes, but it can be this emerging contaminant can also be treated. Now, what is the any of you are aware? What are the government initiative? This sector also lot of initiative has been done. So, in the city level, the urban local bodies are responsible for implementation, for operation, for collection, treatment. Urban local bodies are responsible. In the state level, many places, public health engineering department, water and sanitation department, state urban development, they are responsible. And state level for monitoring part, state pollution control board is also helping the quality of water, which is discharging into the different water body. They are also time to time making the regulation and the guidelines to make sure that the contamination is not reaching to the rivers and our water body. Now, national level, we have the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. We call that Center for Public Health and Environmental Organization. And we have Ministry of Environment and Forest under that Pollution Control Board, which are responsible for and guiding for that the treatment is required, taking care of our various rivers, water bodies. And this ministry, we call as Ministry of Water Sources and River Development, Ganga Regeneration. They are massive work doing on this wastewater sector. And because of that, many rivers are now getting the original position. And there's the trusting. Major cities, they have already constructed large number of plants. You can see the example of the Haridwar, Kanpur, Allahabad, Patna, Calcutta, all the major cities located along with the Ganga. So the drastic, even in Rishikesh also. Last week I was in the Haridwar. I have noticed even the Rishikesh also. This all this cities wastewater channel. It is treatment was provided. So right now, what is the major issue is even I was associated with the Cuttack and Bhubaneswar master plan. We have worked around 5 to 10 years in the Cuttack and Bhubaneswar, Chaudhar, Chatli, Khurda in their master plan. We have noticed that many Bhubaneswar recently started implementing the sewerage system. in India, very few cities have the collection system. So as a part of the total sanitation, they have provided toilet each and every house. Government have initiated that let it be at least this should construct the toilet. So that is one of the very important and excellent initiative by the government to capture this sector. What is the problem is now in the rural areas where they have mostly on-site treatment system. There are two types of major treatment. One is the on-site and other is called off-site. Okay. So off-site, what is happening? Mostly in the city they have a sewer network. And it is, I'm telling to all of you, it is not easy. This is one of the most difficult part in the this sector to lay the water pipeline and further more difficult to lay the sewer pipe because water pipeline is majority of the pipeline is under pressure and while the sewer network most of the network is under gravity. So gravity network, if your sewage treatment plant is far away, so imagine the kind of the depth of the manhole. So usually we don't go more than 8 to 9 meters of the depth of the sewer. So city like in Bhubaneswar, when we are preparing the master plan, that time we have suggested decentralized wastewater treatment plant because we said water should not be transported far away. Let it be treated in the locality, nearby locality, and treated water should be used within that locality. Because still, for many purposes, we require water. And in fact, that people will be very happy to get water. So nowadays, like this is decentralized or centralized. If it is city is small, we can go for centralized treatment. Otherwise, decentralized treatment is the best option for urban sector. And nowadays, people don't mind to have wastewater treatment plant next to their houses. Because nowadays the technologies are there. Even there's no smell is coming. In many societies in Mumbai, whatever the wastewater they are generating, they are treating and reusing for flushing and other purposes. And people they do not have problem as good as you know drinking water. So this centralized and decentralized is the very commonly used in the depending upon the type of the city. So this we call as offsite system. And in the on-site system, like you must have seen in the small town where the sewer network is not there, people are in the septic. But septic tank, the problem is in the rural areas, the tank is of small size. So easily this small size of the tank will filled with the solids. So so what happened? So every day you can see in the morning it rains, all the solid and liquid coming together outside of the tank. So you can see in the morning if you are traveling in the small towns, lot of bad smell is coming. So make sure that the septic tank solid should not come to the open drain. So now government has started the fecal sludge treatment. So what they are doing through your septic tank, they are collecting this sludge along with the water and taking to the treatment plant, fecal sludge treatment plant, where they are treating this one, and so that solid is not come to the drain. So this is the two types of treatment we are adopting. Acha, many places when we do not have this network, because it is not easy, as I have said, it is not easy to create the sewer network. It requires 2 years to 5 years time. If it is busy city, it can be, further it will be delayed because our road network is not that wide and we have not created separate space for infrastructure where we can lay the water line and where we can lay sewer line. So that's why the sewer network. is, very difficult. So what we can do, we are capturing the natural drain also for treatment, so that at least natural drain also we capture and treat through our treatment plant, so that treated water should be not only to discharge but actually to be used, because kind of wash we are putting in the treatment, it should not simply discharge outside. My recommendation is each and every drop of the water should be used. Even should not be discharged into the any channel or water body. It should be 100% reused. You can see many places they are using septic tank, soak pit, and so small. This was one of the small mining towns where there also people have constructed the soak pit and septic tank. For small isolated houses, this is fine. But when we are having large population, we should go for the conventional wastewater treatment. So this is, you can see what is the, conventionally we are treating this water. So you can see we have a scheme, we have grid chamber, we have a primary clarifier. Then this secondary level, we have nowadays various options which can be used for treatment. So these are mainly major. This one we are using aerobic option because the smell is less. Then similarly, tertiary treatment also we have various options. And after this treatment, we can effectively 100% treated water can be used for everything. Even even the process also. As I have been example, RCF, many of you are aware, in Mumbai, this industry is there, Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizer, okay, in Mumbai. So this RCF, they are taking the wastewater from the Municipal Corporation of Mumbai, BMC. And from BMC, they are taking the wastewater and they are treating it, and entire process they are using wastewater. So it's still cheaper than if they have to take the seawater, because seawater, RO-based membrane is costlier than this. So municipality is selling the water to the PMC and they are treating it and using for various their processes. So slowly and continuously the time will come that people will reuse 100% of the wastewater. And Singapore has already proved that they are 100% of the wastewater they are treating and reusing it. Even some of the water bottle is also taken through this wastewater. So the time has completely changed where this no more is the waste. It is the byproduct. So in fact that this should want also to be changed the wastewater. This is not the waste. This is a simply byproduct after using which is generated. So you can see this is I have make it the example. Last 5 6 years drastic change is there. Earlier, initially say 2014, it was only 70 treatment plant was produced, and now 20 more than around 5,000 STP is proposed. So imagine last 3 years there's a drastic change in the water and wastewater sector because of the importance of the water. Because industry people they are not getting the water. They cannot set up the industry. Because government they do not have sufficient water in the river. Okay. So we have to only reliable water is the wastewater, which is because this is so we are generating. So we have to reuse it. Now, technology side, there's absolutely no problem. There's large number of technologies are there. We have moving bed biofilm reactor, which is very effective. And we have SBR on new plants they are constructing with the SBR technology where space requirement is less. Earlier, we are using the activated sludge process based treatment system. So you can see this capacity wise different treatment system. Now I'll just brief explain what is this MBR. So in MBR, we are using some kind of a drug. This is we call as a carrier. So IIT Kharagpur also working on this sector, and we have many places we have proposed, and we have set up the plant in campus also, some of the hostel, so that we are using the we are working on the advancement of the carrier, so that this is less space and very effective in treating the water. Almost more than 90% of the wastewater treatment can be done with one reactor only. So this is what is the so there was like one sector which we are working on the how effective develop the career so that more biological development will happen and the wastewater will be treated effectively. So these are some of the challenges that the carrier was having. So we have body fat, we have a simple water pipe we have cut it and we have kept the carbon and very effective. So some of this work also we have the waste plastic pipe material and we have coated with the carbon and it's very effective. And we have used in our uh, search purpose and found that it is very effective. So this is the small treatment system we have created, and we found that it is very effective for wastewater treatment plant. You thought was created. Yes, this can be done. And as I have said before, we have uh, large amount of antibiotics and other emerging contaminants, so that after this complete treatment, then we can go for the advanced treatment we call as a photocatalytic degradation. That can also be 100% remove this antibiotic and emerging contaminants. So this also we have tested here and very effective and can remove all 100% without any additional sludge generation. They have used some of the emerging contaminants for uh, this treatment. Synthetically, we have developed this. And later on, the hospital also, we have set up one plant where this hospital waste also we have treated. These are some of the advanced carrier which we have developed. This is 3D printed. First time in the country, IIT Kharagpur has developed the 3D printed biocarriers. So we are working with the ministry project also, and we are going to set up another plant in the coastal so that this biocarrier can be used. These are the new development. With us, some metallurgy professor I have involved, so they are also helping the material part of it. So this is regarding the uh, same development. Now, in this sector also, Government of India has given various development. One was that ZLD, zero liquid discharge. In 2013, Government of India, they said, I do not know how many of you are aware, zero liquid discharge is if you are your industry generating some waste. Government said that you should not discharge outside any waste, even any water of the premises. Because if you require additional water, we'll provide. But first you use all your water. So additional water we provide. But you first treat your entire wastewater, and many places already the industry they said we are ZLD industry already started. So this is at least one thought came to industry people that we should go for sustainable development. Asian Paint in Mumbai we have also implemented because this paint industry also having huge amount of uh, the very heavy metal contamination and all. So they are also started ZLD. Another government initiation of the manual scavenger scheme they have started rehabilitation 2013. So cleaning up the sewer and septic tank. Earlier, what happened? You must have heard that because of methane gas is generating so many the sweeper and all they are sometimes lost their life because they are cleaning the septic tank, the sewer. So now this is also mechanically it can be clean. And another one, government started National Water Monitoring Program 2016, where major focus was reclaim wastewater in commercial and residential complexes for non-potable purpose, which I have just explained. So in Mumbai, majority of the dedicated township, they have already constructed the treatment plant and they are using even many most of the places because they are not getting the sufficient water, and as a part of their duty they have initiative. So this is one of the wonderful one. National Water Mission Government of India initiative. So major purpose, already the guideline. So thermal power plant, they have initiated like treated water this is used for their plant operation. Already started. If wastewater is generated nearby, thermal power plant has to take that wastewater and use for their various operational purpose. Another one important, fecal sludge septic management policy 2070. They have started where the safe disposal of fecal sludge, and in 2021, national framework on the safe use of the treated water also being initiated. Major purpose was to promote safe and reuse of the treated wastewater and adopt circular economy approach. So that whatever the cost we are spending on bringing the water from far away. Imagine Delhi is the right example. They are planning to take the water from Haryana or take the water from Himachal, it carry them from the Uttarakhand. So imagine, and this is not easy to transport the water. All this water sector is a very high energy uh, requirement is there. It is not possible for one pumping, water can be sent to 100 kilometers. So huge amount of the energy is needed. That's why if we have adopt the reuse of the treated water, then at least some amount of the river water and groundwater can be minimized avoided. So as I have said, I'll just give you the snapshot of some of the technology nowadays. This is one of the major technology which they are adopting. This is called SVR, where only one tank is sufficient to handle entire operation. Like it can be fill the tank, it can oxygen diffusers are there, can supply the oxygen, then it can stop the oxygen supply, let it react also, and then once settlement is done, then water can be taken out and sent to the next operation. So this is what is nowadays they are adopting. This is also some space saving approach is there, but this can be we are working on how to further enhance the quality of. So we have already started working on it, how to integrate with some other technology so that it should be like we call hybrid treatment, where this can be integrated with some other treatment approach or some modification of this so that it can be more effective. The time has come that we have to, because now earlier it was concept of discharge, now concept of reuse is started. So so that purpose we have to get ready for the potential future research in this set. Another one, sir, as all of you are aware, constructed battery. Earlier, already you must have seen the natural battery. So this is constructed battery. Here, this is a very simple design. Simple, if you because this is in rural India, not possible to have electricity, and they do not have costly mechanized equipment they cannot handle. So this is the best approach, and land is also not a problem. And this treatment is very effective. And with this wetland, I was visiting the European country, and most of the places they use wetland. Though they are very rich. I went to Italy, and most of the even industry people also they are using the wetland. So our country, it is not that popular. So Europe, I have noticed that this wetland is very common. So where this tank can be created, and tank we can fill up first the sand, and then the small size of the gravel, bigger size of the gravel, and then if we want the aggregated one, so the with the other country they are doing now. So you can see plant also have an uptake, and because of this, various reactions are happening in this one, and this process, the treated water is coming from the outside. Now you can see we have also developed that we have put the filter after this, and we have made the channel, we make kind of a special system so that space requirement will be reduced, and at the end we have put the filter. This is the filter we have put it. So whatever the treated water is coming outside, we can take through filter. So it's a very good quality water is coming outside. And IIT Kharagpur we have patented also this, very effective, and this we have implemented also here. So these are lot of different wetlands adopted in the country. Okay, you can see step type of wetland. Delhi also they have regulations for it. Very effective floating wetland, constructed wetland. I will show you the about this one. You can see outside it looks like a garden, no? And below this treatment is happening. I have seen in the Nagpur in one park they have set up this wetland, and nobody recognized that this is the wastewater passing below this, and it can be it look like beautiful flowers over there. So this is some of the fecal sludge approach as I have said. So this is the many places already framework has been set up for the fecal stress treatment. So this is how from the pit latrine, waste collection, septic tank can be taken through truck to the dewatering center, and from there it can be treated, and a lot of resource recovery. Whatever the sludge is generating now, this is having it's like very good fertilizer, and it can be easily used for various agriculture purposes, because in this process we are not using any chemical out of this. So this can be very effectively used for uh, as a manure. Now, as I have said quickly, I will in next 2 3 minutes I will talk about the emerging contaminants. As all of you are aware, this is why it is called emerging, how to define it, how to detect it. All European and US people, they have started working on this. Tremendous funding is coming on the emerging contaminants. In India, because of the detection is a problem, that's why we are little slow on this. So, but still we have started whatever possible to detect it. So this is broadly, this is relatively, when we can define chemical or microorganism, that is not commonly monitored in the environment. So these are different types are there, type 1C, type EC, emerging contaminants. So these are various equipment we use for detection. I'll not go to detail of this. These are the various classification. Houses also personal care products, plasticizer, artificial sweetener, pharmaceutically active compound. This is generated. I'm not making much technical here. So these are after generating this, it is coming through hospitals also. Lot of the emerging contaminants are coming. So government of India already made that encouraging hospital to construct the wastewater treatment plant before discharging to the public sewer. Make sure that there should not be any emerging contaminants. So already started. And similarly, for other point and non-point sources also, they are planning how to minimize the emerging contaminant before reaching to the groundwater or the surface water. These are the major sources of the, you know, polyaromatic hydrocarbons. which is mainly the hospitals are responsible. So after COVID, lot of thought was hospitals also thinking, yes, we should not discharge these contaminated wastewater outside. So they have already lot of initiative have been taking care. Most of the hospitals they have already started constructing the plants. So these are the current practicing they are adopting. They also many uh, hospital they have constructed the treatment plants. This is one of the initiatives which we have done in the Kharagpur. We thought that let us use the low cost treatment for to constructed wetland and very effective. After constructed wetland, we have constructed the photocatalytic reactor to take care of the treatment of the emerging contaminants. So these are some of the advancements we did. We have some kind of a pre-treatment and we use the uh, constructed wetland and then we have along with this MBDR so that hybrid treatment can reduce the area requirement and also the treated water can be effectively used. So this approach we thought to let us implement. So this approach we have initiated in Kharagpur. So what we did, we have constructed one uh, this treatment plant in our Kharagpur hospital. This outside of the campus, we have a state hospital. So where we have constructed this treatment plant. This was funded from the DST. So we have requested hospital people that they have given us the land where we have constructed this bio tower and MPPR. So this is what we have patented. So here, what is the advantage? We are using this MPPR and bio towers, so there is no need of any additional sludge generation. This is for small scale we have used for uh, 3 KLD, small plant, because that much of collection is not happening in the hospital. So we have used the small plant. But here in this plant, everything we have tested. We have constructed wetland, we have done, you can see the flowers, because sometimes flowers are so big, we have to be every 2 3 months we have to be cut the flowers. This is country first aviated constructed wetland. So this project is the European project. So European partner they have helped in the this aviated constructed wetland. Okay, along with this, they have also helped in the oxidation module. So you can see this is the oxidation module. Here we have carbon filter, we have sand filter, and we are also generating the chlorine radicals. That chlorine radicals in helping the killing the antibiotics, removing the antibiotics. So this is what is done. You can see that these are the carriers. You can see our circular part, and this is sludges. So we have made sedimentation tank bottom of the tank. So this is, let's say sludge amount in generation is very less. And this is, this plant is constructed next to their residential quarter. So that, there's no smell because everything is oxygenated. This oxygen is here also we are providing the oxygen so that there's no smell at all. So these are we have received the patent also for this. Now you can see during construction, you can see these are the drip lines we have making in the tank. So this drip line is for oxygen. Okay, so we have the blowers. So you can see the nozzles we have provided here. So this nozzle oxygen is coming, and these are the how this tank and all they have constructed. So this is a FRP tank which we have taken from the factory. These are the pumps and all. So now you can see here we have these are the pipes to collect the sample and all. So you can see the sand, gravels, and now you can see the bubbles are coming, air bubbles. and these are the plant growth. So the laying of the drip irrigation line, filling with the uh, gravel and coarse aggregate, addition leading to formation of air bubble at the top of water top air. Plantation, we have planted Canna indica. Okay, so this is, very good flowers are coming. So this is the low cost treatment. And our honorable director also visited our plant and see that, So you can see right side is this. Uh, Presently, he is Professor Badya, who is the director of NIT Silchar. He wants to see our flowers because he has lot of affection with the flowers. So you can see the growth of the flowers in the wetland. So these are the oxidation module and UV unit and the media filtration. So this is all contaminants can be removed very effectively. So this is another plant we have constructed here in our hostel. Usa Acharya was this Nehru Hall of Residence. So this is the small plant of 10 KLD we have constructed in the hostel, just near the gate only. So this is same MBBR based plant. So this is MBBST we call as. So here also we have used equalization tank and then MBBR biotower and sedimentation tank. And we are tapping this from the manhole and try to use this water for gardening and other purposes. So these are the we have improved the secondary sedimentation tank by providing the additional biotower. So this can be we have modified. Now further we are modifying this. Now we are going to integrate with the solar panel. Now new setup we are starting with the solar panel and modifying the carrier. So the research is going on. I'm sure that next 1 or 2 months we can set up another plant where we don't require power from the conventional sources. We use the solar panel to run the plant. So that will be demonstrative. So this can be set up with the hybrid technology. So our other emerging contaminants can be removed from this. Now, what are the challenges? Now, this overall you must have seen that. What are the now? This few minutes we'll talk about it. What is the uh, major challenges here? So, as you know, in the water sector, water security in India faces several issues and challenges that threaten the sustainability and development of the country. So, what is the major challenges which we are having? One is the over extraction of the groundwater, water pollution, inadequate distribution, lack of proper water management, and many things are not in our hand, like climate change, conflict over water. So, India heavily relying on the groundwater, and which is depleting at an alarming rate to over extraction of water for irrigation, industrial and domestic uses. As I have said, 90% of the water used for agriculture purpose. So if you provide the water to agriculture purpose, so that this exploitation can be avoided. As you know, groundwater cannot be discharged quickly. It required several years to discharge the deep aquifer. It is based to, and we have a huge rainfall. Our country, we are very lucky. We have rainfall in the southwest monsoon, which is made major in our country, responsible for the rainfall. So the input is the rainfall, but the problem is how to store the water. So we have to create the space for the storage of the water, particularly if we can create small check dams, we can create the ponds and other water bodies so that and the river also to be used for storage purpose. Because of the urbanization, huge amount of the wastewater is generated, but this wastewater also we are not able to reuse it, and some of the wastewater without treatment going to discharge in the river. You have seen that news in Delhi. Yamuna is lot of fog is there. Like this fog is like this is ammonia related fog. So even sometimes they have to close the treatment plant because ammonia concentration is very high. You can see this is the example how the industrial waste is discharging to the river. So, and another important, in a country, maximum I have said 90% is the use for agriculture purpose. Only four crops use 75% of the water. So imagine some of the crops are huge requirement of this, particularly rice and some crops. Those crops consume 75% of the water. Can we, where the water scarce is there, we have to, plan our agriculture activities so that we should have minimum exploitation of the groundwater. So these constraints, how we can, help, and you can see that, these are some of the, and another one, we have very old defunct network. Bangalore also, you must be aware, last year Bangalore was facing tremendous water scarcity. Even they have to close the academic institute for 2 months because there's no water. Imagine, because we have not planned. Even now, in Tamil Nadu, few places they have started constructing the this MPR, this RO plant of 100 MLTM bigger capacity, where they are taking the seawater and want to keep the seawater and use for drinking purpose. Okay, so with increasing the water scarcity, there are growing conflicts between different state, community, and sector over the distribution and use of water. So addressing these challenges is crucial for ensuring water security in India and sustainable development of the country. So these are some of the challenges we are having apart from the operational issues. And in era of the technical advancement, still many urban areas have handmade sewage through local treatment. So this is because now many places we do not have this network, as I have said before. So we should uh, use the technology for handling these issues. So as I have said, so difficulty in handling, as I have said, but there are provisions that we can use the technology and handle these issues. And now everywhere is coming towards sustainable. So there will be, we need a paradigm shift of our mindset. What was thought as waste yesterday can become a valuable resource tomorrow. So today is the perfect time to implement 4R. We have to first reduce the consumption, and even we are using, we should recycle and we should recover and again reuse it. So this 4R concept to be implemented and used effectively. And so what is the sustainable solution? So everybody together should come forward. It is not easy because many times we are making this water supply scheme. We realize how difficult is that. So for improving the India water security will require combination of policy, technology, and behavior, solution. Our essential strategy to enhance water governance system with clear policies, particularly we should have laws, we have to institution to manage and allocate the water resources effectively. And efficient water management practices like rainwater harvesting, conservation, recharge should be adopted to reduce the wastewater and increase availability. And country needs invest in water infrastructure such as dams, reservoir, canals to improve the water storage capacity and distribution and mitigate the impacts of water related disaster. Promoting the adoption of water saving technology like drip irrigation, micro irrigation, and water efficient appliances can significantly reduce the water consumption and improve productivity. Additionally, government should implement enforced regulation to prevent water pollution and ensure access to safe drinking water, especially in rural and urban areas. And changing behavior is also critical, such as reducing water usage, avoid wastewater, and improve water hygiene practices. And there should be need of various stakeholders to come forward, and particularly the government, civil society, private sector, and community to address these challenges. So it requires multiple stakeholders approach with the active management of government and other stakeholders. So with the community and everyone support, this can be. This is not like we do not have problem of the water sector. Only management is the issue and how to manage it. So we can solve this problem with everyone support. So these are some of the sustainable approach which I have just now discussed, and how we sorted out the emerging contaminant issues. So I think with this, uh, I will stop, and if there will be any question answer session discussion, that will be, I will be happy uh, to answer that.
Thank you, Professor Gupta, for such nice presentation. Now,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now, any question? Please come forward.
Sir, good evening. This is Akshay Verma.
Yes, please. Yes, Akshay. How are you?
I am good, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine, absolutely fine. Yes.
So today I don't have any question. You are like my mentor, and it was very nice to hear you after a long time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other person? Any question?
There are questions in the chat box.
Oh. Okay. Yes, there are many questions in the chat box. Let me read out some of the questions. So one question was, what is your opinion on water purification using linear accelerator? Can this be introduced on large scale for Ganga water? So can you elaborate, who has written, Tyagi Saab? So actually, Ganga water, I will tell you, sir, this Ganga water, automatically it is not getting polluted. So once in the Ganga mission, they have already initiated capturing all the nala along with the river. So they thought to first capture the point sources, and later on they will also think about it the non-point sources. And but parallel, the aviators should be used to increase the oxygen availability. So some of the city they have already started, and government has put several crores. I think recently also, I think that in Dhanbad, which is not really in the Ganga, they have funded entire Dhanbad. Imagine that Dhanbad is a very big city. Till now, it does not have wastewater. So they are constructing the 5 STP in the Dhanbad. So government is funding, but this media thing really, at this stage not very effective to handle this large scale. So we may use for small tributaries. Once we get success, then can we use for larger, because monsoon there will be heavy discharge in the river. One question was the entrance in the water supply system also needs several of them are intermittent water supply systems such as increased leakage. Yes, I fully agree. Like they say, more than 50% water is lost during transportation. So this sector is a very important sector which has to be really handled very carefully, and already started. Some of the cities they have started like initial bulk meter, and the consumer also the bulk water they are providing into the household. So through mass balancing, they are analyzing where the leakage is there. Pressure management also, because more leakage, that pressure drop is also happening. So they start uh, is really start thinking, but not very effective. Still, many places around 30 to 40% losses are there. It should not be more than 5%. Even some base example is the Jamshedpur. Even less than 5% losses are there. So it has already been proved. Tata is Jasco is operating in Dhanbad, where they have proved that less than 5% losses in the distribution. So it is doable, but it is lot of technological intervention is needed, which can be done. Acha, this is one question. What is the process for removal of chemicals from the water? So this chemical means which is chemical coming in the water or through chemical treatment these chemicals. Utwar sub can be address that. What is the Acha, this one question. Jal Shakti NRCD is also known as National Mission for Clean Ganga. Actually, National Mission for Clean Ganga is one of the area of them. They are handling many areas. This is the for river part. They are mainly for they are operating for the treatment side of this Clean Ganga, where they are mainly funding for the related with the Ganga, particularly for wastewater treatment plant. They are funding the projects and with the particular for hand model. So one was is it feasible to avoid storage of water in the riverbed and adopt of stream storage in the okay. Yes, this can be done, but for the aquifer also we can where there is possible if sandy aquifer is there, it can be store more water, but this is not like naturally storage is happening. But yes, in hilly areas, already, I'll give one example, sir. In the port player, one of the abandoned mine was there. Just last week only, I was, October last week, I was in the port player. One abandoned mine, because there's no space. Abandoned mine, they found that, it is beautiful area available for storage of water. So the rainwater they are storing and they are planning to construct around 10 MLD of WTP over there. So abandoned mine also can be used for storage, but particularly it has to be checked whether the any export surface should not be getting water should not be getting contaminated with that. So this can also be used there. So these are the some of the questions which I can see. If anyone further want to interact, this is a very vast area. So everyone intervention is needed to come forward and solve these challenging issues. It's a very big sector. Future, there will and our country is 150 crore. So imagine and our ponds and lakes are getting depleted. In the city, whatever the earlier ponds were there, houses were constructed in the pond. They have filled up and constructed. That's why this flooding is happening. Many places, people are asking why this flooding is there. Earlier ponds were there. So during heavy rainfall, ponds take care of the work as a retention basin. But now ponds are filled up. So that ponds is entering into everybody's houses. So we should start creating the ponds. I'm working on the Bharatpur, this development, creating the drainage infrastructure. If I get the success, I will share the success story. One of the biggest drainage problem in the Rajasthan, where gradual increasing of the rainfall is observed. So later on, we can share after solving the problem.
Sir, Professor Paritam Tyagi sir is having one question.
Yes, please.
Do I have your permission?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wanted to refer to the huge volume of water which has been extracted from ground, and a lot of space is available to store water. So instead of storing water in the river valley, which injures the river and its aquatic life, and it disturbs the social life also, it is much better that we think of the groundwater storage and, as I mentioned, the bowls and gorges in the hills.
Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. Fully agree with you. Wherever we get the land, we should develop the storage area. Whether it is, a ground, ponds, and, each and every drop of water. Even Professor Acharya initiative, we have, a small Gymkhana backside, we have created small ponds. Even we thought that campus we should have four ponds. So there should not be single drop of water should go out of the campus. Even each area, what is the government thought? Like every drop of the rainwater. We should, and this is helping in the recharge also. Bottom should not be flat and beautiful. When we see water body, it is always creating surrounding environment, pleasant. We should have. So campus also we are thinking. We have identified about 20 crore we thought to spend. We have given the proposal institute, to develop the 4-5 ponds under the catch of the rain initiative. We thought to initiate from the campus. We have developed already 3 ponds, but further 4 ponds. So we thought that each drop of the rainwater. So this should be, this is government thought. It is not possible to store in the river anywhere. Get the land, we should store the water rather than directly passing to the river and finally sea without using it. Yes, sir, I fully agree with you.
Anybody else? So, Professor Gupta, I have got one
Yes,
small
sir.
observation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What we find in reality,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that most of our rivers are highly polluted.
Yes.
Also, the so-called ponds, which were actually serving the local people.
Yes, sir.
They are polluted, they're practically non-existent. Even
Yes, sir.
for the so-called Chhat Puja, which is very
Yes, sir.
popular
Yes,
in the North area.
Yes,
So
sir.
they are doing this I was just saying that in Jamuna
Yes, sir.
river, they are
Yes, sir.
actually doing, they are not with water, but only with foam. So
Yes, sir.
that is the type of situation that we are facing. So
Yes, sir.
unless actually there is a good cooperation from the local, from the people, it will be
100%.
extremely difficult to do anything.
100%.
Also, our industries must be very must be concerned about it.
Yes,
What
sir.
actually we are doing,
Yes,
that
sir.
we are taking the fresh water,
Yes, sir.
and in the name of actually slurry transportation,
Yes, sir.
fresh water is actually mixed with maybe powder, or maybe actually in the Coimbatore area, I find actually the Tirupur waste. Along with this,
Yes, sir.
we are straightway pumping it to the high sea. So in the
True.
process, the water is actually lost forever. There is no way that we could do better. I think there must be some, regulations on this. Similarly, you will find these coal washeries are really
Yes, sir.
creating havoc. Whether
True,
it is
true,
in
sir.
the, so these are
Yes, sir.
I don't have any question, but just I thought actually these are some
No,
of
no,
the
this is,
important.
yes, sir,
which
yes,
we
sir.
have to-
This is excellent, sir. Actually, they have some of the mines they have started related with the this washery. Whole we have in fact suggested to construct the check dam, that this should not be any sediment should go, particularly in the Odisha, some of the rivers, complete yellow color, red color, because it is passing through mines area. And even with the this one near Koraput also, some mines are there, and this even the what is called, some of the area I was traveling, it is huge, this colored water is coming in the river. River looks like somewhere red color, somewhere yellow color, and all this sediment, and result of that, the bed level of the river is increasing. So there is hardly any storage is happening. I fully agree with you, sir, and everybody's support is needed, and this is for us. So this is really, whenever I am getting the chance, sir, I am requesting with everyone, government, and whatever the platform I am getting it, I am requesting that everyone should participate to save the environment. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, for inviting us.
It was such an absorbing talk.
Thank you.
So now actually we have few other small formalities. First
Yes,
thing
sir.
is that we have the permission of actually circulating your material. We are thinking of
Yes, sir.
actually say making it to a book form where all other things will be there, and link of this thing will be provided.
Okay,
so if you, I don't think actually there is any problem.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problems.
So we will definitely do that.
Thank you.
Second
Thank
thing,
you, sir.
what I would like to say that for all these things that you have done, we cannot compensate in any way, but definitely we'll send you a small memento. It will go by
Thank you.
post.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
So
you.
now I will request our Professor Renu Sharma
Sir,
to propose a vote of thanks.
thank you, sir. Honorable Chairman, INAE Bhubaneswar Chapter, Chairman Advisory Board, Professor Damodar Acharya, sir. Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandhan, Deemed to be University, Professor P.K. Nanda, sir. Esteemed Director, CSIR, IMMT Bhubaneswar, IIT Bhubaneswar, NISER Bhubaneswar, and Chairman IEEE Bhubaneswar Subsection, and distinguished faculty and INAE Senior Fellows, all attendees. It is my honor and privilege both to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of all we have gathered today to the distinguished speaker, Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, for his insightful and provoking presentation on transforming India, water and waste water management, treatment technology, sustainable practice, and resource recovery. As a professor in Environmental Engineering Division at IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Gupta has extensive experience and expertise in this vital field, and today he has shared with us a comprehensive view of all the challenges and opportunities in the water and the wastewater management in India. Dr. Gupta has highlighted his presentation on human civilization and water management has been intrinsically linked for millennia with the system dating back to the Indus Valley civilization. He stressed on the continuity of certain challenges, such as ever-present need of clean water, while acknowledging how technological advancement and population growth have brought forth new complexity in the water management, and that is need to be addressed in an innovative and sustainable manner. One of the key takeaway from today's lecture was in-depth discussion on the current state of wastewater treatment in India and pressing issues to fiscal sludge management and the importance of adopting natural and sustainable method for wastewater treatment. Additionally, Dr. Gupta focused on growing demand of water along with the need of effective resource recovery and the role of government initiative in improving both rural and urban water supply. This has given a comprehensive review on the path forward. Dr. Gupta has emphasized on innovative space-saving technologies and future of wastewater treatment technologies, has left us with a renewing sense of urgency and inspire us to take a concrete step towards ensuring sustainable water management for the future of our country. On behalf of Organizing Institute, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Ashok Gupta and for taking his valuable time and delivering such enriching lecture. Let us all take the insight shared today and work towards making a meaningful difference in the water and the wastewater management, ensuring a sustainable future for generation to come. Thank you. Have a wonderful
Thank you.
day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank
Those
you,
who are
everyone.
present, please actually put video on. We'll take a photograph. Anyway, whatever is coming, you can take. Okay, thank you. Very nice. Now, the next lecture is also going to be on water. And it will be by Professor Khangrekar,
Yes, sir.
also our colleague. And that is going to be on 16th. Okay.
Excellent,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Namaste.